I want you to watch and listen to what she has to say now. Trish has had 3 children, and she talked about her postpartum depression she went through with her first child. She's got like 5 million viewers. Um, she's talking about the third child she just had in July, I think July 12th of 2025, just recently, right? So she's going through the postpartum right now. And I want her to tell you her feelings. Now, this is a woman that just had 3 children back to back. You know, this is what this country is expecting of women to do right now. And she's telling you that she has a village to help her raise her children, and still it cannot be enough going through postpartum and things that she's going through. And then she goes on to expound upon it, saying that she can only imagine what it would be like for women who didn't have what she has, which is an actual village to help her raise her children, and her husband, that she has a very good husband, and a lot of women don't have that. So let's play.
With like 6 nurses helping them at all time.
She's talking about other countries where they
it was
really
like they basically like
help
get
women.
the help for their baby when they needed it. They brought the baby over for cuddles when the mom needed it. They made meals for all of them, and all the comments surprisingly passed the vibe check, because they were like, all mothers should get this postpartum. Because I should also note that like I have a village helping me. So if I'm going through this, you know, with a village, like people who don't have that, it's extremely hard. It's extremely hard to have to balance mom life, work life, your own mental health. Like if we're living in America, we are living in one of the least supported postpartum countries, where like we get maternity leave, sometimes paid, sometimes not, but like there's no other support offered. And that's so wild when you look at other countries who like the dads pitch in more, and you know, aftercare is more provided. So like when I saw this, and this lady living in this suite and all these nurses caring for her, and it was a very common practice in that country, I was like, dang, we really lack that here in America. And I do see on TikTok the moms having to do the brunt of the work with the baby, which is why she ends up presenting either her husband or sometimes the baby itself, because you're just put on with so much work. You get released from the hospital, and all of a sudden it's like, you have to take care of this baby, and of course it's what you signed up for, but it's the wild, wild west. Like luckily we have Google. What did people do before Google? You don't know what to do. You feel overwhelmed. Your hormones are dropping. You just have all these emotions and feelings, and on top of that, taking care of a life, a very precious life. And the newborn stage is so cute and so precious, and they're relatively simple. You feed, you change their diaper, you sleep, but that can be a lot to take on in those early stages when you yourself as the mom are recovering in so many aspects. So again, I'm really grateful.
I hope you go watch her video. It talks, the title is her postpartum for, I think it says, let me see what the title is. So you go to watch it, because she says a lot of very valuable information in this particular video concerning women. And I really wish that these men that are trying to push women into birthing children take to heart what she's saying. It says talking about postpartum depression, 3 babies in 3 years. Go watch it. I'm gonna stop right there. We live in a country that is trying to prevent women from having abortions, but in the same token, with trying to prevent women from having abortions, we live in a country that gives absolutely no assistance to women. And now they have cut off welfare money. They have cut off assistance from the government to have children, to provide food. And that's a very minimal thing. When she was talking about the countries that actually their health care provide nurses aftercare outside of a hospital setting, in your home setting, that cooks the food for you and helps and assists you. And women, they have women that actually, that's their job, is to help you, assist you right after birthing the child. And I'm trying to think which countries for sure. I know Japan is one of them. I think China's another one. There's some Asian countries that do, and I know there's some northern European countries that do exactly the same. I think Sweden, Norway, and places like that also give assistance to women, and they make it very important, and make it helpful for women to want to produce children, to have children, and to be assisted with having children. And you heard Trish say that sometimes you get maternity leave and you won't even get paid for your maternity leave in America. These are the incentives that are given for women to have children. And she had a C-section. This was her third C-section. So if an emergency arises, there's really no assistance for women, especially after getting out of the hospital. And sometimes women don't recuperate after a C-section, depending on your age and things like that, and how severe or what kind of emergency caused the C-section, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you can't walk around for almost 6 weeks. You can't do things very well for 6 weeks. And they expect women to pop right up, take care of the house, go to work, and take care of a newborn. I mean, this country's ridiculous. It's right now it's extremely ridiculous. They want women to produce babies. They want the birth rates to go up, but they give no assistance for women, especially this administration. What assistance women did have? Safety net. They cut it out. They cut the safety net out. They cut a lot of the programs out. WIC and all these different food assistance for women and children. They cut those things out. They're cutting it all out, but they want to make women have children. Trump said he was going to give a $5,000 bonus. Is that what he told everybody? For women to have children? That's what their tax write-off was, and has always been, for a child. But how much does it cost to have a child? How much is hospital stay? Let's just say you can't qualify for insurance, which they're also cutting out, is the insurance of it all. So a hospital stay for a C-section's over, I want to say it's $40,000, depending on where you're at and what city you're in. What do you think that $5,000 is going to do for you in assistance for paying for a hospital bill? I'm curious. Men don't know that one of the deadliest things for women to do that can cause their death is to birth a child. Women die in childbirthing. So, do they really care? They don't.